Alrighty, folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have the Joey Logano primary shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang. No, this is not the Clash Race to Win or anything. This is the standard paint scheme, and it is a very, very cool one indeed. Is it better than the 2021 edition? We'll be looking at that, so without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it out of the box. Alrighty, folks, right out of the good old box, and of course, this diecast review is brought to you by our friends at Circle B Diecast, guys. You can use the promo code, and you can save on shipping, guys, for any orders $30 or more. It's where I got this car from our friends at Circle B. Check it out with the link down below. This is a very interesting paint color for a car. You know, it's the shell Pennzoil yellow. On camera, to me, it looks like a taxi cab yellow, but off camera, I can assure you it's the traditional Pennzoil shell yellow that we've seen for the past decade. It's got Pennzoil right there. I love the big logo. Looks very good. Got the shell decal there. Got Logano. Got Ford. Go over to the front of the car. The Ford blue oval is slightly off-centered, unfortunately. Got the Mustang decal there. It's either the Mustang grill piece is off-centered or the blue oval is. One of the two. Sunoco, get the number 22. Got Sunoco once again. Now, the Penske scallops are pretty much dead for the most part, and they replaced them with this design. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't mind the Penske scallops. Sometimes the color combinations were a little bit questionable, but at least it had more detail than this. If I'm just being honest with you, it has more detail than this. So you got Joey Logano right there. Got the race win sticker from, I want to say, Gateway? No, it was Darlington probably. Who knows? It's weird to see a primary paint scheme with a race win sticker. Do they consider the Clash to be a race win? I don't think so. I don't know. Discount Tire, Ford, PPG, Mazak, Coca-Cola. You got Pennzoil, Shell, AAA, Auto Trader, American Ethanol. You got 22, Cup Series, Goodyear. You got decal nuance there, and this thing is completely screwed up. Go to the back bumper of the car. You have the red spoiler, which looks really, really sharp. I love that curvature on the back end of it. Looks really cool. I got 22 crew. Shell, Pennzoil once again, number 22. Got the back end of the car with the artificial exhaust ports, because why not? We go to the right side of the car. We already got some race wear marks, so that's good. Looks like those should come off. Yep. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, God. It would have saved the side panel of this car. But, you know, it's a very plain paint scheme. There's not much going on with it. You know, instead of them having the Penske scallops that shot on the side and you had the 22 right here, you just kind of have this bland curvature. I don't know. I'm glad they kept, the traditional Penske colors for the shell Pennzoil ride, but go back and look at Kevin Harvick's 07, 08, 9, and 10 paint schemes. At least they did something with it. You know, they had like red and they had like yellow and just, I don't know, guys. I just wish they would have done something with this paint scheme. Just something. I don't like the bumper sticker pattern where they just put a random logo here, a random logo here, and a random logo here. I don't like that. Like if you're going to put Pennzoil, just, I don't know. If you're going to put shell, like make the whole side pod shell and put Pennzoil over here. I don't know. Do something. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of plain. I feel like they could have done so much better. Like when I look at the AAA insurance car, it's a very similar paint scheme, just different color combination, but it looks good in my opinion. With this one, I just wish they would have done something a little bit extra. They got 22 right there in the roof. Got snap-on, which is really interesting to me because I can't remember the last time I seen a snap-on decal on a car, like a substantial one, for a long time. We do see it on the Austin Cindric Auto Trader car, right? But I don't know, it's something definitely different there. You get Logano, shell, and Pennzoil. You can see the outlining for the shell decals a little bit wonky jaw. But yeah, this is a paint scheme that's going to be very popular, I think, throughout the next-gen era, assuming they don't change it. Obviously, it won the first ever, next-gen race, that being the Clash. And the logos are kind of swapped around. I think the shell logo is just the shell, like the actual shell on the side. And I think the Pennzoil is at the bottom and they put the shell logo on the top. So if you're into the whole, like, having different paint schemes or slight alterations, the Gateway, oh my goodness, the Clash car could make a very cool paint scheme to have. That, you know, for your diecast series, you can kind of swap it around. You know, it happens sometimes. They move logos up, they change them around. I think that would be a really cool thing. One thing I did notice is that this wheel seems a little bit bent. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of like swapping around just a fraction. One thing I have noticed, though, even when you get these wheels that are a little bit bent, the cars actually still roll very well. The fender wells are wider on these next-gen diecasts, and the wheels are just a fraction wider as well, and they're a little bit bigger, right? So even though these cars have maybe a slightly bent wheel, they actually roll just fine, like perfectly, which I think is really good, especially for those who actually do stop motions or play with the cars and stuff like that. It gives you kind of lets you cut a break, so to speak. It's like, okay, it's a bent wheel, got a bad one, but hey, it still works perfectly fine. You know, with the Gen 6 car, the cars would rub and you're pretty much screwed. But it appears to me when these things have a bent wheel, they still roll much better than their Gen 6 counterparts. So that's actually a good thing. That's actually something to be happy about, I guess, because sometimes, man, when you got a screwed up wheel and you would roll the car, it'd be like, it would just stop, you know. So that's actually a really nice thing. But yeah, what do y'all think about the Joey Logano primary? I just wish they would have done something. I don't care if they put flames on the car. I mean, that wouldn't be a good fit, you know, gasoline flames. But I mean, they could have put anything on the car. They could have made the whole car silver or something. I don't know. I just wish they would have done something. Like, everyone complained about the Penske scallops and then you change it, and then they just removed the scallops and kept the same identical look. I don't know. Like, I wish they would do something like how Kevin Harvick had it years ago. Like, just add some graphics to it, man. I think that would have been a nice refresh. But well, without further ado, guys, that's all for now. Thank you again for watching. Of course, you know, we just dropped that. For all your diecast needs, guys, we'll be reviewing, hopefully, every next-gen car here in the studio. Hope to. We do have one more next-gen Joey Logano to get to, the Auto Trader car. We'd have the Pennzoil diecast coming out very soon, if it's not already out by the time of this video. We already reviewed the AAA Insurance car, which is easily my favorite Logano so far of the year. But the Auto Trader car is really nice as well. Like, you see how they used the whole side of the car on that? I feel like there's a little bit, like, I don't know, there's something missing with the Joey Logano shell car. Because if you look at this, I don't like when they take circular logos and they just put them on the car. And they just stamp it on the car. I like when they do this, where they use the long logo to cover that whole side pod, and then you add your circular joint somewhere else. I don't know. I don't like when they make a word logo, like just a flat word logo, and a giant circle logo the same size. It just looks like a bumper sticker. It just looks like they just put the stuff on there, and they really didn't think much about it. Even the Ream Kevin Harvick one, as we just dropped another diecast. Great example. They used the word logo, and they made it bigger than the Ream logo, which, if you think about it, looks like the number 40. So it's Sterling Marlin. That's pretty cool. Or even a better example of this thing. Why did they make this paint scheme? Oh my gosh, that Hunt Brothers car, guys. They completely left all this bare for that. I know some people like it, and hey, man, I respect that 100%, but I have to be 100% honest with you guys. I cannot stand that paint scheme. I'm so grateful to have that diecast, but my goodness, I want to turn it into a custom donor down the road. But that's all for now. Have a great one, everybody. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.